asked because I was wondering what you were waiting for. I don't need that kind of attitude. Don't speak to me if I don't speak to you. I talk to her, but when I talk to you, I'm talking to you.
Hi, guys. Shit got real last night. I mean, shit definitely got real. And trust me, I'm going to be giving you guys all the mad-ass details. Shit, I mean, you should know the details. And I will give you all the details. Watch till the end of this video. Hey guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bbnaija and this is Frankly Speaking with Glory. The video you saw at the beginning of my video, guys, it explains a lot and many more drama that happened last night in the lockdown house. But before I continue, guys, of course you always know the drill. I want to say a huge welcome to my returning subscribers and viewers. Thank you guys so much for coming back to watch my videos. And if you are new on this channel and you still haven't subscribed yet, there are so many of you that are looking at me right now and you have refused to subscribe for reasons known best only to you. Why are you doing this to me? Can't you just take a moment to subscribe? I think these glasses, they're making me extra dramatic this morning. Anyways, guys, if you would like to subscribe to my channel, okay, it's actually free. Please click on the red subscribe button that you can see right now. Not this one, no. Pause this particular video and click on the subscribe button that you can see from your own side, okay? And if you always want to receive alerts of my videos, please turn on post notification. That way you will be the first person to always receive alerts of my videos, okay? So guys, that said, let's get into the main stories. Let's get into the gist. So last night was a victorious night for the lockdown housemates. They won their wager. They put up an amazing, outstanding performance. Biggie was impressed. Everybody was happy. They were excited that all their hard work did not go down the drain. But what we did not know was that some people were going to come and start going crazy last night. Not cray like that, but you know, one or two dramas here and there. You know, now this was what happened with Dorothy, Ozo, and Nengi. So as a result of the fact that the housemates won, I think Biggie called Ozo to the diary room and gave them the key to the fridge, the refrigerator in the garden. Now that refrigerator, it has all the guilty pleasures that the housemates want, okay, in terms of alcohol. So Biggie, just as a sign of marking, you know, their victory and to celebrate, Biggie gave them the key to the refrigerator. So Ozo was the one that had the key with him, and you know, all the housemates, they had gone to the garden. And so Dora, being deputy HOH, came to call Ozo. Ozo, what are you waiting for? Let's go. Nengi was in the kitchen. She was cooking. I think she was cooking noodles or something. So Ozo was in the kitchen waiting for Nengi. Now guys, let's remember this. Yesterday morning, Ozo and Nengi, they had a moment in the closet, and Ozo asked Nengi out on a date. In his own words, before the presentation, let's chill, let's spend some time together, come in your best. That was what he told Nengi, you know. But unfortunately, there wasn't enough time for both of them to have that date, you know, so they decided to push the date till after the wager. And it was sort of perfect because, you know, it was sort of like double celebration. We win the wager, you know, we got more money in our BB wallet and a Betway wallet, and we are also doing our date. You know, the date was sort of like a reunion. You know, both of them, they've been estranged from each other for almost 3 weeks now, you know, so this is like them coming back together again. Now Ozo was in the kitchen waiting on Nengi and he had the key. So Dorothy went and was calling on to Ozo, like, Ozo, what are you waiting for? Ozo didn't say anything, and then Nengi responded, he's waiting for me. So that was what sparked Dora's head. Dora was livid with anger. Dora was pissed, and then she stormed out and went to their HOH lounge. And Ozo, of course, knowing what had happened, followed suit to go and beg Dorothy. So that was the video you saw at the beginning. Now, there was a lot of drama on social media yesterday. People were like, oh my god, Dorothy overreacted, Dorothy is this, Dorothy is that, Dorothy is this, oh, Nengi is an angel, Nengi is not the one chasing Dorothy, Dorothy is the one chasing Nengi. I mean, I'm like, okay, fine, let me give my own frank opinion since everybody wants to be mad on social media. Number one, in Biggie's house, everybody is playing a damn game. Yes, very obvious, we all know. And everybody is playing a game of manipulation at one point or the other. Even the person that acts as if they are a saint, they tend to do it consciously and unconsciously, okay? So about what happened between Nengi and Dorothy yesterday. I'm going to talk about the two sides and also for Ozo. Now, number one, Nengi deliberately did what she did because she wanted to provoke Dora. Now remember, she's fully much aware of the tension between herself and Dora. She's fully aware also that Ozo and Dorothy, they are very good friends, and she also knows, she has the knowledge that Ozo is crazy about her. She knows. So this is one woman that has perfected the art of seduction. This is the woman that has perfected the art of making men do her bidding, making men do what she wants them to do, and that's exactly what she's doing in the house. Okay, and Ozo, she knows that Ozo, at the end of the day, whatever happens, Ozo is going to come back to her, you know, so she's already sure about that. So she wanted to pepper Dorothy, she wanted to piss Dorothy off, you know, and Dorothy recognized that because Dorothy always like avoids Nengi's space. She does not like the game Nengi is playing with Ozo, and she has said it to Ozo several times. And listen, I don't have any issues with you doing whatever you want to do with Nengi, but then I hate seeing the way she treats you like a dog pursuing, you know, someone. So Ozo, of course, there's a man way love blinding. I know the sea road. That's actually not an adage. I just cooked that up. Okay, good guys. Sometimes I could just be saying stupid things in my mind are making sense. Okay, as I was saying now, Ozo would never see anything wrong in what Nengi does, you know, because he has a crazy crush on her. He's in love with her, and he would go any extra mile just to get her attention, you know. So Ozo chased after Dorothy. Dorothy went to the HOH lounge, and she was very upset, and she was telling Ozo, why would she answer me? She knows that both of us, we are not close, we don't talk, we evade each other's we avoid each other's space. Why would she answer? Was she the one I'm talking to, you know? And then that was why Ozo was begging her and apologizing, and she said, look, go and tell her that if I don't talk to her, she shouldn't talk to me. If I don't mention her name, she shouldn't mention my name, you know. So guys, another reason why Dorothy reacted the way she reacted is because, of course, she made a revelation to Lekon yesterday or on Wednesday afternoon in the garden that she liked Ozo, like beyond friendship, platonic friendship level, you know. But then there's nothing that she can literally do about it. So all she can best do is be friends with Ozo, have his back, look out for him, and hopefully something is going to bloom out of that. So guys, all I perceived yesterday was, number one, Nengi looked for trouble. Nengi came for Dorothy, and Dorothy overreacted. All right, not like she overreacted with Nengi, but she reacted inside the HOH lounge, you know. And I perceive that, you know, she cannot control her emotions for Ozo, although she's trying so hard to suppress her emotions, you know. But at the end of the day, the fact that she continues seeing what Nengi is doing, you know, flirting with Kidwaya, with Prince, you know, she does not like it, and she wishes she could open Ozo's eyes to seeing all of that, but then she cannot. Of course, Ozo is smitten by Nengi, so there's nothing, literally nothing that she can do about it. So that was what happened. So all ye Twitter warriors and Instagram warriors that were insulting Dorothy, I hope you guys understand the rationale behind that, right? Nengi understands what she's doing, and I like Nengi, of course, but she's not a saint in particular, okay? She knows what she's doing. That said, guys, let's move on to the next gist. So earlier in the afternoon, before the housemates had their wager presentation, Prince and Dorothy, they had a conversation in the garden, and Prince was giving Dorothy all the breakdown of the love square that was happening in the house involving himself, Nengi, Wathoni, and Tolanibaj. And Dorothy was quite surprised because, according to her, how the hell are all these things happening and I have no idea? Now guys, remember, Dorothy is one of those people that are the early sleepers in the house. Immediately it's like maybe they finish all their task, presentation and everything, Dorothy runs to bed. Like, she doesn't have time to be gossiping about or having conversations around, you know. So she has not been seeing all the things that has been going on in the house. And when Prince was giving her all the breakdown, girl was like, what the hell? Like, how did all these things happen and she's in this house, nobody's going anywhere and she doesn't know? So she decided that yesterday evening or last night she was going to stay awake to watch everything that will happen till the end, although she was struggling to stay awake at night, so she was dozing off and dozing on, you know. So after she had that one off or face off with Nengi, she went to stay on her own while most of the housemates, they were on the bed. So it was at that point in time that Nengi and Ozo started their dates. Guys, no be small thing. Their date, hey God, they were just walking around doing lovey-dovey, and then they started having crazy conversations. Let me consult my Bible. According to FSWG Bible number 1, they were talking about their sexual preference. Now, Nengi said, Ozo was asking Nengi, how do you like it? And Nengi said, I like giving and receiving. Guys, please, if you are below 18, this video is not for you. If you are above 18, I'm sure you will understand all the code mixing and code switching I'm about to do now, because please, I don't want to run into trouble with YouTube. So guys, just pay attention. Also, I was asking her, which do you prefer? That there was a time he tried to give to a girl, and the girl did not want to receive, and then he was like, maybe she's not sure about her hygiene, maybe she feels like she's not clean enough. And also was like, I don't see anything wrong in that, you know. And then Nengi said that she likes giving and receiving heads. That's what I'm talking about. Let's not waste our time. And then also said that he enjoys giving. I said, okay, both of you will be a perfect match for each other. And then also was asking her what kind of sexual position does she like, and she said she likes positions that allow her to touch herself. Guys, when Nengi said that, Ozo looked at her like this. He now carried his drink and he drank it, and then he was like, and guys, oh my God, that girl, oh God, I like that girl. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that Nengi, you know what they call femme fatale? I don't know if I pronounced it right, but femme fatale, she knows how to utilize it excellently, perfectly, like a professional. Like, she knows how to get men twisted and around her finger. She knows how to get a man subdued under her will, and that was completely what she did to Ozo last night. Guys, this girl broke Ozo, pieces Ozo, turned Ozo into package, put them under inside box, put them under an armpit, because Ozo was smitten yesterday. Like, the guy was lost. So Ozo was like, oh, that's what you like, yeah. And then Ozo now asked her, okay, so how do you like it? They said they wanted to play truth or dare, or both of them. Nengi initially was saying that they should play Ludo, but Ozo said okay. Ozo said that, okay, there's nothing that Nengi can dare him about, and then he said, okay, they should play truth or truth. They should not dare each other. So that was where Ozo now asked Nengi that, how do you like it? And she said, guys, sorry, I wrote it down. And she said that she likes it slow at first and then fast and hard. Ozo drink again. I was like, wow. I said, this girl will scatter your destiny in this house. She's going to destroy your mind, because I could imagine Ozo's dirty mind. His mind would have started going left and right, painting different kinds of positions in his head. He would have been calculating that, hell, if I catch this girl, I will wire this girl. Like, this guy was seriously painting different graphic images in his mind. I said, brother, you are not in this alone. And then the last question Ozo asked Nengi, he asked her, have you ever touched yourself since you came into this house? And Nengi said, yes, so I have. I was always like, are you serious? And she said, yes, now, that she had to, she had to help herself. And then she asked Ozo and said, you don't tell me you haven't. Ozo said, no, that he hasn't, that he has not done that, that he has not done it too. I said, hey, revelations are happening in this house. And while they were having that conversation, guys, it was very obvious that their body they shake, their body they do gym. They now held hands and they were walking, and then they went back into the house, and Nengi made conflicts. Now, this is the same Ozo that has said several times that when he drinks alcohol, he doesn't like putting anything in his system, he doesn't like eating anything, and also he does not like his conflicts with sugar. But Nengi made conflicts with sugar and was spoon feeding Ozo. Ladies and gentlemen, Nengi has finally entrapped Ozo. I'm telling you guys that as far as Ozo and Nengi are in that house, Ozo is gone. Ozo is a goner. Ozo is completely lost, sold out. He's sold out to Nengi. So that same yesterday, while Ozo and Nengi, they were doing their own romantic dinner date, right? Prince was having a conversation with Dorothy, and Dorothy was telling Prince that you don't leave your woman. See, she's with Ozo. What's going on between both of you? You people are not together anymore. And Prince was like, that he's tired though, that he is done chasing Nengi, that she keeps on saying one thing with her mouth and she keeps on saying another thing or doing another thing with her actions, that now I beg at the face waiting carry me come this house. And Dora was like, brother, I've got your back on that one. You be like everybody for this house, you know they hear that English, you know? Because I was like, guy, you will spend a whole 2 weeks chasing Nengi and she's still telling you no. You not go rest, you know. And dude was like, it's gonna face waiting carry and come to the house, sir. And that was how he decided to face Tolanibaj later in the night. But I'm going to bring those people's gist to you. Let me first of all talk about the gist that came before their own gist. Now guys, after the wager, I actually thought that Lekon was going to chill on this Erica matter. Guys, let me not lie to you. I'm tired. Like seriously, I am tired of hearing Lekon complaining about this whole Erica thing. And I have a strong feeling that the way he's doing it, I feel like he's trying to incite the emotions of the audience, of the viewing audience, because now it's like he wants people to see Erica as a bad person. I don't understand, but there's a way you say something to people about someone and it provokes some certain kinds of emotions, and that's what Lekon has been doing. You went into the diary room yesterday, Biggie advised you, there's no problem if this person actually prefers someone else other than you. It doesn't mean you're not good enough, it doesn't mean you're not better. It only means that they have a preference, you know. Biggie encouraged him. Biggie gave him 1 or 2 advice on how to go about the matter. But immediately this guy came out of the diary room, he's still talking about it. Yesterday after the wager, everybody was outside, they were having fun. He was still talking about it. And I'm like, Lekon, rest now. Leave Erica alone. Leave Erica to enjoy her moment. I mean, Erica is allowed to choose. Erica is allowed to choose who she wants to be. And I feel like Erica has been polite enough. She has told this guy, I like you, I'm connected with you mentally, we have mentally stimulating conversations, but I am actually attracted to this guy, and there's nothing wrong if Erica has a preference. Guys, every human being in this life, they have a preference. Guys, honestly, I am so disappointed. I understand that Lekon is going through an emotional turmoil. I understand that he's going through a crazy, you know, should I say crush moment, because when people are having crushes like that on other people, they lose all sense of reasoning. But then I feel like Lekon has completely lost himself to this entire triangle situation, because the Lekon that I liked in the house from week 1, Lekon was always in every enlightening conversation in the house, enlightening the other housemates, dishing out advice and enlightening the public as well, and also promoting himself and his music. But this week, guys, Lekon has not done any of those things. In fact, that's it last night. Lekon don't write love song. Lekon wrote a love song. It was yesterday afternoon. He wrote a love song about the triangle. I said, okay, guy, at least you use that time, write something. He said, when he comes out of the house, he's putting pen to paper. I said, guy, this song go blow. We go buy. Me, I go download them. You know? I mean, it's crazy. The one that pisses me off the most is when he keeps telling every Tom, Dick and Harry in the house that the beautiful thing is that I've learned a lot. If I was outside the house or run away, I'll know what to do. You know, there's this thing about hearing people nag. It becomes overbearing. At this point in time, guys, whenever I see Lekon talking on TV, I'm sorry to say, but I just switch the channel, because I know what he's gonna talk about, you know. And I expect that Biggie has advised him, quit talking about it and move on. Go back to the old Lekon you used to be. Now I feel like Lekon is now a shadow of himself. He cannot think straight in the house. Anytime he's having a conversation with anybody, there's always one way or the other that he drags Erica's name into it. And I just hope and pray that he recovers from this unrequited love syndrome, because if he continues this way, it's going to spoil his game in that house. And I feel like the rest of the housemates, they're going to start seeing him as a bitter person, because that is what he's trying to be, or that's what he's portraying to be. So yesterday night, he was having this conversation with Prezo, talk about how Kidwaya disrespect him, talked about how, if he had known, he would have been the first person to approach Erica. And I'm like, listen, even if you are the first person to approach Erica will still not fall for you, because she has said it several times that her spec for a guy is a guy that is well muscularly built, because she likes to feel small, you know, by the physique of a guy, and she finds that in, you know, Kidwaya, you know. So the whole entire Michelle, Prince was even trying to advise him, talk to him that listen, the likeness will not go, but you just have to cope because everybody is in a confined space, you know. But the guy no grill. And then later that same last night, Lekon, and what is his name? Brighto now advised Lekon. Brighto advised Lekon that Lekon should go and kiss Erica on the cheek. Good night. Don't waste too much time. Just kiss her on the cheek. And Lekon now crazily went to the garden, went to go and lie on the bed. And when he was there, he now was looking at what's her name, Erica and Kidwaya. They were kissing and smooching right there. And these people did not start kissing and smooching after they finished their wager and they won and they gathered in the garden. Everybody was drinking beer. Erica was sort of, I don't know, I don't want to use that word, but she was in another zone entirely. So she was all over Kidwaya. She was kissing him, she was touching him and every other thing. And both of them, they were just smooching, and the rest of the housemates were shouting, you people, get a room. And Erica, obviously, I feel like she was very, very horny that last night because she kept on going to pee. And Erica was like, Erica, how many times you don't go piss? How many times, you know? So Lekon put himself in that position of seeing these two people again, displaying public affection, and it put him in another bad mood. And guys, you can see in this video that his face, it don't change. And I'm like, guy, you will just kill yourself. You will just kill yourself. Go on and face your game. I mean, face your game. If you can. And Biggie told him that yesterday during his diary session that if you, I'm just paraphrasing what Biggie said. Biggie said, if you can be a friend to this person, then tag along. If you cannot be a friend to this person, then move on. And the truth is, from what I'm seeing, Lekon might not be able to be friends with Erica the way they used to be. So guy, move the L on. I'm tired of hearing you talk about Erica in the house. Jeez. So I think when Tolanibaj and Erica went into the house that last night, I feel like they overheard Lekon complaining and bearing out his heart to praise, you know. So Erica took the girls to the other room, and then she was telling them that she doesn't know what to do about this Lekon situation, that she likes Lekon, but she's more attracted to Kidwaya. That every time she sees Kidwaya, it's like, you know, his body is just calling her. She's drawn to him in so many ways, you know. And then these girls were asking her that, okay, what do you want to do about it, you know? And V was like, honestly, that she understands Erica's position. That it's just like her, whenever she sees Neil coming out of the shower in the morning, she's like, guy, you know, like she loses her senses somehow. And Erica was like, honestly, she doesn't know what to do, that she feels like she's a bad person. And they were telling her that no, that okay, let her talk now, let her choose. That even though she's mentally attracted to Lekon, is there any sort of feelings or emotions attached to that kind of likeness? And she was like, that no, that the only thing she can think about right now is Kidwaya. And all of them, they were laughing. They were like, you see that seals it all, you know. You're not attracted to this guy in any way, you know. So the deal is, Erica cannot be emotionally attached or attracted to Lekon, and she has tried in so many ways to think about it, to put herself in that situation of dating Lekon, but she cannot because Lekon is not a spec, you know. So I don't know, guys, I feel so sorry for Lekon, and I feel so sorry for Erica, because Lekon is giving off the impression that Erica is a bad person, that Erica did him wrong or Erica did him dirty, and I just wish he could just stop talking. And that yesterday, when Kidwaya and Erica kept on kissing and smooching and doing this and that in the garden, all the housemates were just looking at them and laughing. And then Prince was like, Erica, there are condoms in the house, so in fact there are 54 pieces. And Watoni that was sitting beside them was like, 54. I thought we had 27 before. And Prince was like, no, Biggie brought more. I said, is it that these organizers, they are expecting this housemate to be shagging every day? Or is it that they have already started doing it and we, the viewers, we are not aware? Or is it that there are certain things that are happening inside that house that we are not aware about? Because remember, guys, they only show us what they want us to see. This is not like Big Brother Naija, Big Brother Africa, where there are so many screens, you can choose what you want to view and all of that, you know. I mean, this is Bbnaija, and Nigeria has very, very strict laws, you know. So I'm asking myself, if there were 27 robbers in that house, what's going on? Why are they bringing more? Guys, is there something that's going on that we do not know? Is there something that is going on? I feel like turning into a mosquito now, entering that house to go and do amebo, because I don't understand. Another thing, guys, that I saw last night, hey, and I am wondering where is this gonna lead to, is Eric has now embraced the art of food. Guys, this guy, they chop food like, say, I'm sorry to say this, so, but he eats as if, I don't understand. It's as if there's a hole in his stomach that he's always trying to fill. Or is it that he's still going through the shock of Lilo having been evicted, and so he's just eating food just to comfort himself? But then another thing yesterday was that he was now getting close to Wathoni. So guys, the question is there going to be another entanglement between Eric and Wathoni? What do you guys think? Because yesterday or the day before, Wathoni already had a conversation with Prince, and she has friend-zoned Prince. She said she doesn't want to have anything to do with Prince. She likes him, but she can't be with him because she wants her friends back. That's Tolanibaj and Nengi. Remember, Wathoni used to be very close to Nengi and Tolanibaj, and so because of Prince, they beef her. So she has told Prince to stay away, that she wants to have her friends back. So now, with Prince out of the picture, do you guys think that Eric and Wathoni are going to be starting up a relationship anytime soon? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. And then on to the final gist that happened last night that shook my dreads on my head. Guys, you won't believe it. So last night, while all the housemates had gone into the house from the garden, Tolanibaj and Prince, they were left in the garden. And guys, you won't believe it, Prince was now toasting Tolanibaj to be his woman. In fact, he was apologizing to her for making her his second choice. Remember, guys, Prince had told Dorothy that he had moved on from Nengi, so he was going to move on to other ventures. Now, the surprising thing was he had told the guys that he was going to face Wathoni. But then, talking to Wathoni, Wathoni rejected him. Wathoni said that she wants her friends back, so she wasn't interested in having anything to do with Prince. And so there was only one option left, and that was Tolanibaj. So Tolanibaj literally thought that she is second option. What she did not know is that she's actually third option. And Prince is coming to talk to her because he doesn't want to be left out of the train of couples in the house. He wants to also be a part of those people that has a relationship in the house. So Tolanibaj yesterday was giving Prince assignment that this is what you did. Do you know how I feel every time I see you eating from the same plate with Nengi, you know, following her up and down, having conversations with her at night? Do you know how I feel? In fact, I hate it when you talk to Wathoni, because when you talk to her, sometimes I feel like coming to come and meet her and tell her shut up. I'm like, Egbamio, Tolanibaj, I did not see this part of you. I did not see that you have this side of you, sister. Now so it be, or is it all for the game? I don't understand. Kilo day. Like, guys, I was so confused yesterday because I'm like, am I missing something here? What the hell is going on? You know, so she was pouring out her heart to Prince yesterday because Prince was telling her, okay, you know what, I'm telling you right now that I like you. And she was like, that when she came to him like 1-2 weeks ago, our likeness for him was 7/10%, but now it is now 2%. In fact, if you did not come to have this conversation with me right now, it would be 1%, because you really upset me. After I opened my heart to you, you were following Nengi up and down, and then Wathoni. In fact, I didn't like the fact. So Prince now, that guy is a slick player, mother effer. That guy is a slick mother effer. Because this guy was telling Tolanibaj that no, Wathoni said that she doesn't like me because she wants her friendship back with you and Nengi. No, I didn't have anything to do with Wathoni. For Nengi, okay, I'm sorry. We were just eating, we're just friends. I say story for the gods. Stories that all these our brothers in the Lord used to make our head to do jim. That is what Prince is giving to Tolanibaj. And Tolanibaj that thought that she had a control of the situation. She was just riding along because she did not know, babe had no freaking idea that this guy This guy had gone around the globe to pursue all the women that he was interested in, and when they all said no, he now decided to come and settle for her finally. I said, babe, wake up. Guy does not see you as his number one or number two in any freaking way, you know. So guys, one of them were having conversations, and then Biggie took us into the house, and then by the time we came out into the garden, what we are seeing again, we are seeing Tolanibaj on top of Prince's laps. Okay, that was when she was not giving him an ultimatum. She said, I challenge you to give me actions, put your words into actions. You said you like me, right? And you want us to be together, you want us to be an item. I challenge you to prove it to me from now till on Monday. If I see any changes, then I will start sharing your bed.
You don't like the challenge, you already know. So I'm challenging you now to be the best version of yourself. So
you would definitely enjoy this.
I mean, kind of.
And Prince was like, no, I'm about to start tonight. Come and sleep on my bed tonight. I want to come and sleep on your bed. And Tolanibaj was like, don't come to my bed though. I don't want you to come and sleep on my bed. And Prince was like, I will come. Will you chase me away? I said, I will chase you away. You know, Prince was holding her tight though. Like these two people. Hey! But to cut the long story short, guys, after all the mouths with Tolanibaj make, guess what? Prince and Tolanibaj, they spent the night together. So it's official. Prince and Tolanibaj, they are now an item in the house. So the truth is, Tolanibaj actually thinks that she has won, but she hasn't, because Prince is still very much interested in Nengi. And I say this because yesterday, when Nengi and Ozo were doing their romantic dates, holding hands together, walking around the house, holding their waist, feeding each other food and all of that, Prince was staring, and Dorothy caught him and was like, hey, and then he hit Dorothy on the head and was like, what's wrong with you, you know? So Prince is still very much interested in Nengi, and Nengi knows that, you know. But then it's funny how Tolanibaj does not understand, except she's playing her own game more. But guys, that was what happened. Ladies and gentlemen, you see all these midnight crawlers. I am looking forward to seeing how today's gonna go in that house. I'm looking forward to seeing if Prince is gonna stay true to Tolanibaj. Let us see how it goes, because yesterday, guys, Prince was trying to convince Tolanibaj that no, he did not like Nengi that kind of way, that they were just friends. But Tolanibaj was smart enough to see that through him. I said, no, I actually know, I saw that, I saw all those things. But guys, let's see how it goes, and I'll give you more juicy details much later in the day. Have an amazing day. Bye.